a time to show up. We know we need to know what time. Can't just say it's going to drop tomorrow. So get everybody watching at one time. Get
Yeah, I forget what you call it, but the waves,
a time to show up. Yeah, the views, get the views up. So side guru said, why are you holding yourself down? Gravity is already holding you down. Isn't that enough? Yeah, that's enough. And he said, fear is the fear is suffering. So fear is the fear of suffering. So you must come to a place where there's no fear of suffering. So the mind tells us that if we do a thing, we're going to suffer. If we do a thing, the same suffering that you had the first time you did it is going to happen again. And so he said, you must come to a place where there is no fear of suffering. He told, he was talking to, I think it was Evan Carmichael. I like the videos that Evan Carmichael puts together, but I don't know. It's something about, he sold something. I don't know, but I try to get past him so I could get to whoever he has. But the side guru said, count to 3 and scream. Don't do it now. But when you can, when you're in a place that you can, count to 3 and scream. He said, if you count to 3 and scream, it releases these inhibition type things that we have. He said we should live our life in abandon. He said nature has these imposed restrictions already, and you don't have to add your own restrictions. There's enough restrictions. He said if you add restrictions, you will constipate your life. I don't want to constipate my life. He said you'll constipate your life. He said, and life won't happen easy. If you think about constipation, does it happen easy? No. And life won't happen easy. It'll happen in small happenings. Uncontrolled small happenings if you restrict your life and your life shows up as a constipated life. He said, always be in a state of abandon. All the stops that you put on yourself, take them off, because nature's stops are there to protect you. So the thing about gravity holding us down, it's not going to let you go. You can't just zoom off in the space. There's things that are around us that stop us all the time. Stop signs and stop lights, and all of those things are there. So there's no need for us to put any restrictions on the life that we choose. He said, nature is there for protection, for safety, and well-being. So why are you imposing stops? Gravity is enough. He said, why would you want to hold yourself down? I said, ooh, I'm getting up. Put my pumps on. I'm getting ready. No more stops. No more stops. No more holding yourself down. No more holding yourself back. Like, why are we doing that? And it's all because of the fear of suffering. So sometimes we say, do things with reckless abandonment. You should go for whatever you want with reckless abandonment. A lot of times we don't, because we have the fear of the suffering of what someone will say because of what we're doing or because of what we're going to say. If you release the fear of the suffering, what could you do? If you release the fear of the suffering, who could you show up to be? Lord, they play too much.
I'm Debbie. Am I downstairs or up? Mhm.
Hold on, I got it. I mean, who could you be? What could you do? How could you show up if there was no fear of suffering? Because think about the things that you want to do, right? What are you fearing that's going to happen that you won't allow to happen because you're fearful of the suffering? You won't ask the question because, man, what they gonna say if I ask them? But in abandon, in reckless abandon, do it matter? All it matters is the goal. So if you write the goal for whatever it is that you want, you know, what Steve Harvey say in Habakkuk, you have not because you ask not. Who you gotta ask? Who do you have to ask? Oh, this is so good. Let me tell you why this is so good. Because you know everything you say flip back on you. It ain't nothing but a mirror reflection of what you need, whatever you say. So this is so good. Suffering, the fear is suffering. What are you fearing that you're going to suffer from? If I go out and I tell some people, I think they're going to judge the work I do. If I go out or if I make the 25 calls, they're going to judge what I'm doing. But what if you did it and none of the things that you feared came to pass? Ooh. What if you could, in reckless abandonment, just run through your network like the Tasmanian devil and told them everything you need to tell them about what you were doing? And what if out of 100 people, 10 people say I like it and I want it? What if every 10 people out of every 100 said I like it, I want it? What if out of those 10 people, 2 of them bought the most expensive thing that you got? What would it mean? How would you feel? Oh, feel it now. Feel it now. Feel it now. Oh my God. This dude, who is his name? Why are you holding yourself down? Gravity is already holding you down. Fear is the fear. If I do this, I may suffer. Come to a place where there's no fear of the suffering. Count the 3 and scream and let it all go and come to a place of abandon. Nature has imposed restrictions already. You don't have to impose your own restrictions. There is enough restriction. If you impose your own restrictions, you will constipate your life. And life will not happen easy. Life will happen in small happenings. Be in a state of abandon. all the stops that you put on yourself, take them off. Nature already has your stops for your health and your well-being, for your safety and your well-being. Why are you imposing stops? The stops that you put in place that are holding you down. Why are you holding yourself down? For the fear of the suffering. So every time you're about to do something and you think about why you didn't do it, think about the fear of the suffering. What am I believing that I will suffer from if I do this thing that's going to take me next level? Is it the fear of the success? Is it the fear of failure or rejection? Ooh, that man said it. He said it. First of all, who cares what people think? Why do we care what they think? And a lot of times, the ones that we care about what they think, they live in a jacked up life anyway. They're not living the life of their dreams. They're not where they want to be. They need you to do your gift, because your gift may be the thing that saves them. What? What? Your gift may be the thing that saves them. What y'all think about that? I see Brenda. Brenda, you were shaking your head like
It's something to really think about. Think about.
what you said, Lady Smackdown. You said something in the comments. You say, "Oh, that's so good." That's so good. Yes, that's so good.
Yeah, I said that's so good. But why are you holding yourself down? Gravity already is doing it. I said that a couple, probably a month ago. Like, why we fighting against the principles that's already in place instead of using them and allowing them to carry us where we should go. And if we constipate our life without all restrictions, then you can't go with the flow because you constipate your life. Because you can place all these restrictions on yourself. So there is no flow. Where there's no flow, there's no current, there's no energy. When you feel like no energy is coming to you, it's a constipation somewhere.
Constipation of
So
your
some of us need to take some spiritual laxatives.
drink
And
juice.
what I say, flush that shit.
Flush that shit. Constipate your life with your own shit. Oh my
Your
God.
own shit. Not nobody else shit, but your own shit.
Well, some people do it with other people's too. Some people do
Hey,
it.
look, because you know it's an old saying. The old people will say, "What you eat don't make you shit."
Yeah.
But if you eat other people's shit and accepting it as your truth, then now you constipating yourself because you didn't accept it. There are limitations on your life because you listening or worrying about what they gonna say about you. So guess what? You accepting the restrictions that they put on you. You understand? So you can't. That's why you can't allow people to put you in a box. Don't put me in a box. I'm gonna tear that box up. Don't you put me in a box. I'm gonna tear it all the way up. It's going somebody. You gonna think I'm a Tasmanian devil? You can't put me in no box.
No.
I'm not to be put in a box because you can't understand. You can't understand and put me in no box. You know, because some people use the word. I'm trying to understand. You know, you're trying to put me in the box.
Yeah.
You're trying to get me to operate the way you want me to, and it don't work like that. No.
And I heard a long time ago, I can't remember where I heard it from, but understanding is a judgment. So it's not for us to understand.
Come on. Ooh, that's true.
Understand is judgment.
Come on
You
now.
don't
Come
need to
on.
understand. You don't need to understand. It's not for you to understand. A lot of things are not for us to understand. And so when you understand that understand is judgment, then you don't have to understand. Dr. Loretta, you move, your lips are moving, but we can't hear you and you're not on mute. So maybe uh turn up your volume or something because you're unmuted. But yeah, like understanding, attempting to understand someone else or attempting to understand, why somebody is doing this, that, or the third. That's why it's so easy to release things because it's not for us to understand. Why are you trying to understand? Why are you wasting energy on trying to understand? Understand is not for you.
Gonna need to go out and come back in. Maybe she
Yeah,
didn't
yeah. Try to
select
go.
her audio.
Yeah, try to go out and come back in because the audio is not letting us hear you. Yeah, she's on her iPad. Looks like. But this was absolutely the thing that needed to be heard today. Sometimes we really, I don't know, we can easily let life's stuff constipate us. It's the stuff that's happening. It's happening in real time, and it's real easy to get bogged down in it. And we don't have to allow it. We don't have to allow life's crap to constipate our lives and put restrictions on ourselves. Oh no, I can't do that. Oh no, I can't do that. Well, what can you do? What can you do? What are the things that you can do? Think about what you can do. Hold on, let me see. Try it again, darling. We should not allow the fear of the pain to constipate us. No, it's and it's so. And I know it for myself. They say all the time, your net work is your net worth. How many people on here know that my network is ridiculous? So that means that my network got everything I need if they knew what I had. How will they know? I have to release the fear of the suffering of what will they say? What will they say when I say, oh no, I don't, I work for myself. Oh, I opened a healing house. Oh, what? A healing house. Oh, what? What is that? And why you do that? Why you got no job?
Darlaina, we assign so much power to people's words.
We do.
Why that is, and the power is in our own words. Like take back
Yes.
your power. Take back the power of what people say to you and give it back to yourself. Don't assign another human being walking this earth the power to stop you with their words. Don't give them that power. Don't give them that power because you surrender everything when you allow a person to say words to you that will just stop the whole flow of the energy that you're flowing in. If their words are not giving you life, if they're not speaking life into the current that you're flowing in, because even in science projects, when you got a electricity project,
Mm-hmm.
you have a conductor and you have something that can stop that current. Well, they show the differences between the conductor, something that will carry the current, and something that will stop it. So you will understand there is certain types of metals you can't put in the place because it's not a conductor. You understand? Everything is not a conductor, and we just have to evaluate what is going to be conducive. That's where the word conducive come from. Conducive, conductor. Those are conduit. All of those are in the same family. You have to harness and those conducive conduits, conductive words are going to come from you first.
Yep.
They're going to come out your own mouth because the power of life and death is in your tongue, not their tongue. I don't assign the power of my life to you.
Yep.
The power of my life is assigned to me. So yeah, that's one thing I was thinking about while you was talking. We give people's words so much power. And when we stop doing that, oh honey, watch out, watch out, watch out. Just stop. Try and stop doing that for an hour and see how far you get in 1 hour by not even being concerned about what another person is going to say. Try that for an hour and see how far you get.
There's a sense of freedom just in hearing it. There's absolutely a sense of freedom in hearing what you're saying. I am so empowered by the words that I heard this morning. It's so funny because I never.
And let me take back the word try, Darlaina. Do that for an hour.
Yeah.
We don't try things over here. We do
we surely don't. You know, Dr. Loretta said that to me, like, I don't even know, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. She asked me to come to her house. And I said, well, let me look and see, what's going on. I'll try to see if I can. And before I could get the words out good, that lady said, don't try nothing with me. Either you gonna do it or you're not. I felt cussed out. I felt like, what? And then she said, try is a place that we go that makes us think that we doing something when you ain't doing, nothing. So I think, I think maybe I've been, I may have been around some people of late that maybe threw that word back in there, but I haven't used that word in a long time. So try is definitely not a place that I ever go to. Is either is getting done or it's not. And it's very easy to know if you're in a place of getting it done or not. And you know that by your result. You know that by your result. So, it is so important for us to, come to a place where we're not in a place of try, that we're in a place of we are absolutely getting done the things that we want. And then last night, what made me fall asleep, because I never fall asleep with YouTube on unless it's on the sleep music. But I remember I was watching Steve Harvey, and the particular thing that he was doing, I saw it 100 times probably, and it was just a reminder to get back to reading. To me, it was a reminder to me to get back to reading my life statement in the morning and at night, and to read my gratitude list. I found a video that I had done on the LCA cruise. And in the video, in order for me to, first, let me back up a little bit. In order for me to get to that cruise, I didn't have to pay for the cruise. I just had to pay for my transportation there. And so when I looked at flights, it wasn't affordable, but I had a brand new car. So I said, I'm gonna drive. And Kim said, drive? You gonna drive to New Orleans from Philly? I was like, yep, I'm gonna drive. It's just time. It's not really money. It's gonna cost me a tank of gas. Tank of gas in that Toyota Camry was like $40, I think, maybe. Not like my car now. Blue take premium. Blue don't take regular. So it ain't the same. But my Camry did. And my Camry was brand new. So I'm like, we about to put some miles in this baby today. So I got in my car with all of these. I had this whole tape set, CD set that my dad had bought it for himself, but when he passed, my mother gave it to me. She said, I'm gonna give this to you because your dad bought it so that he can be more like you. It blew my mind when my mom gave it to me. I still have it. She gave it to me, and I put it in the car with me, and I listened to it the whole way there. So I listened to Tony Robbins, I listened to Jim Rohn, and then whoever Tony has this CD set called Power Talk. And in Power Talk, it was him talking to a whole bunch of other people. And in one of those things, I got in there about writing what it is that you want. What do you want? How do you want to live? And writing it on a 3x5 card. And then on the second card, it was, what will you give to get what's on this card? How will you serve to get what's on this card? And then something that I read said that you're supposed to read the two cards 12 times a day. And the first thing I thought was, man, if you've been doing that since you wrote this, since you said that, boy, you'd be in a different place. But then I said, no, we're not going to talk about shoulda, coulda, woulda. What we're going to talk about is how can I put it in place now? So writing a statement of a 3x5 card size statement of what you want in your life, what you want to manifest in your life. And then the second card is the work that you will do in order to manifest that life. Just a 3x5 card. And then reminding yourself to read it 12 times a day, right? And so the 12 times, and then I said if you can't remember to do it the 12 times a day, to take your cellular device. This is what I said. Take your cellular device and set 12 alarms. And every time that alarm rings, read the statement of what you want and the statement of what you will do for it. That is so in alignment with everything that we're already doing. If you read your life statement or your gratitude list in the morning, and even Lisa Nichols, she came up in there yesterday too, and she said she was diagnosed with clinical depression. And she said, now don't do what I did, because if you take your medication, stay on your medication, do what your doctor tell you. She said she went to the doctor told her that she was clinically depressed. She said, you mean I'm sad? And the doctor said, yes, severely sad. And so she said, well, before I take this medication, can I just try something? And so the doctor said, okay, but I want to see you back in 30 days. If you're still in the same condition, then, you're going to need to take this medication. Lisa Nichols went home, and for 25 minutes a day, she affirmed herself in the mirror. She wrote down the life of her dreams. And for 25 minutes, she did the I am. I am beautiful, I am wise, I am special, I am whatever. All the I ams for 25 minutes. 25 minutes every day. Shucks, if I stand too long in the mirror, I'm thinking I'm there too long, but 25 minutes, I don't know. That's a goal. 25 minutes in the mirror. What else can I do for 25 minutes in the mirror? I may have to what's the word? I don't know, do more than one thing. And she came back in 30 days and she said she was talking to the doctor. She was telling her all the stuff. And she's like, and this and this. And then finally the doctor said, whoa, what are you taking? And whatever it is, give me some. She was just so happy now. And so sometimes, a lot of times, we let days come in and days go out. We do not affirm ourselves, our lives, or what it is that we're doing. We don't remind ourselves of how proud we are of all that we have done up until this point. We let these days go in and go out, and we think about all of the things that are not done. We think about all of the things that you could have done, all of the things that you should have done, and then you done should and should and should and should until you should it all over yourself. We not shouldn't. We're not. We have to find the thing or the way that keeps you motivated, the thing that keeps you intact regardless of what is happening. We have to stay in that place because only in that place can you continue the work. And it's so important for us to continue the work that God is giving you to do. Well, it is absolutely June 1st. It's summer. It's summer. We've been waiting for summer. Summer is the time. So we got June, July, and August. For the next 90 days, it's gathering season. It's collecting season. For the next 90 days, this is the time where the most business can be done. I mean, people do business in the wintertime too, but the summertime is people are happy because it's warm, the sun is up, it's all of these great things happening. And if you live in a place where it's summer all the time, like Florida, then that's different. But in these parts of the world we live at, the summer is absolutely a good place to build from. There's going to be outdoor festivals and vending opportunities and all kinds of things that you can connect yourself and your business to. So it's time to really look at how you can connect, what you can create, how you can bring more people into your fold so that when winter time comes, because winter is also coming. When winter time comes, you have, like the squirrel, collected all that you need to sustain yourself over the winter. I have spent many hungry winters. I do not want to spend any more hungry winters. So it is my intention to begin the gathering and the collecting of people, places, resources that's going to take me and my business next level. So this is the time for reflection. So we are in this planner, still working it out. And so now we are on the reflection for the month of May. So what are your top 10 achievements for the month of May? And on the top of this reflection, there's Oprah Winfrey saying, the more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. And that's so true. I'm celebrating in my pumps this morning. So celebrate your top 10 achievements, wherever they were, for the month of May. What did you learn in the month of May? What distractions or mental blocks or fears came up for you? Now we know that anything that came up was just for the fear of the suffering. How did you make yourself feel good? What did not happen and why? What people did you learn from and were inspired by? What actions can you take to improve? Were you in harmony in all areas of your life? In your career, your finances, your personal growth, your health, your family, your relationships, your social life. Uh, okay, good. I don't know what's happening. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. What are your greatest insights that you've gained over this past month? How do you feel about your progress this month? How did you stay in the flow of allowing and enjoying the journey regardless of the outcome? What obstacles or fears did you encounter inside yourself? What did you learn from watching your emotional vibrations every day? What was the most common negative emotion? How did you accept, let go, and move up the emotional scale? And did you fully enjoy whatever you were doing this month? Were you really here or were you just showing up? And how can you be more present? How can you be more present? So take time today to reflect on May, to 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 see what went well, to see what you may need to tweak and adjust, to see where the fear of the suffering was. Yes, how can we be more present? You know, it goes back to that thing that says, um, if you are feeling depressed, you're in the past. If you're feeling anxious, you're in the future. But if you are at peace, you're in the now, you're in the present. And so I am excited for the month of June. I'm excited for so many great things. The right energy, the right people are coming. As a matter of fact, it's Wednesday. So I'm doing an interview today, this morning, also a shoot this morning, and I don't even know what Lamar is his truck is called. It's something. I think it's called. He calls himself the Highway Bully. That's what's on his truck. I'm so excited for him because he just paid off his truck, and so that was the one that was here that night. And so he will be here today with his brand manager, and Christopher is here, and Sir is working on the website. I don't know who could answer.
Well, I know he happy. He just
I
paid off
miss,
the trust.
yes, he paid off. He put a whole celebratory post up.
I know that's right.
So he paid off his main truck, but he has 3 trucks total.
Mm.
He when I told him about you, Bridget, he said I could help her do that so fast, her head would spin. So he said he got the game on lock. So
Well,
that's
I know what to do. I told you I know what to do. I know
absolutely,
what to do. It's time to do
absolutely.
it.
It's definitely
It's time
time.
to make a shift.
Make a shift. Yep. It's shift. What they say, shift happens.
Shift.
Mm.
So it's time to
Oh,
make.
Darlaina, this is
Hey,
Gwen. How's everybody this morning?
Gwen.
Thank you so much for saying that. If you are, and I'm just asking you, please, if you could say that, that thing that we say, and that is that if you're in the past, if you're
Okay.
one way, if you're,
Yes.
yeah, do that for me, please.
Yes. If you are feeling depressed,
Thank you.
you are living in the past.
Thank you.
If you are feeling anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the now, in the present. I'm living in the now. I'm living in the now. Gotta live in the now. I'm telling you. man, because ain't nothing in the, I mean, it's good things in the past too, like living in the excitement of my parents and the people that we've lost, and remembering their laughter and the things that they would say, and all that part is good. But when you live in the past of what went wrong, that's what we're talking about, not there. And being in the future of what could go wrong. What if this don't happen? And what if that don't happen? And I remember I found a picture of myself where I was just looking off into nothing, and my face was so sullen and sunken. And I remember that time. It was the time when the house in Philadelphia was being released from me. And I was in such a sunken place. And I remember the feeling of worry, and all of the things that I worried about didn't even turn out the way that I thought they would. And I remember crying so. And those tears were so wasted. Like, you crying for what? It didn't even happen like that. And so we waste so much energy and time and things that we think may happen. So absolutely stay present. We know that the past is gone. Nothing you could do about that. The present doesn't exist. I mean, the future doesn't exist. So the past is already gone. The present doesn't exist. That's why they call the present gift. So stay here now, stay present now. In this present moment, you have everything you need. You got a roof over your head. You got food in the refrigerator. You got people and friends and family that love you. Everything that is presently in your present is all good. And even if there's some contrast that shows up, we know that things are neither good nor bad. They just is. You assign good or bad. So how about don't assign either, and let's just call it contrast. Christopher the other day said to me, if it wasn't for sadness, we wouldn't appreciate happiness. So we absolutely have to be okay that life is going to show up with contrast. That no day is promised to any of us. And so it's so important for us to live in the now. Live in the now, live in the present. Find that thing that gets you so excited to do it. Find that thing that you feel good every time you get to do it. Every time you get to seed into somebody's life, every time you get to say something or do something to enhance someone else, or even when you get to enhance your own life by taking a bath or getting a massage or getting your nails done or your feet done or whatever it is that you do for your own self-healing and growth. Whatever that thing is that you get to do it. Do it. Do it. All of the stuff. Take advantage of the things that you already have. You already live in beautiful homes and you skip your bathtub all the time. Got all this great stuff. You have great books in your house. You have beautiful paintings and artworks and home furnishings. I took the time and walked through the house and looked at every piece of craft that I've done, everything that I've painted, everything that I've decaled, everything that I glittered. And it was just so many things. And when you add it all up at one time, it's like, oh my God, that's a lot. So be in gratitude for the things that you can do and that you already have done. Take stock. Take stock of those accomplishments and write them down. Take stock of all of the things that you're already proud of. Take stock over, like, I did that. Because when you live in the good things that you've done, and that was another thing that I did on the cruise. I said, if you think of a failure experience and you stay in the failure experience, I used muscle testing and showed that the person who was in the failure position, in the failure thought, it weakened their entire body. And then I said, now think of a thing that you did really well, that you were so good at, and it made you feel so good that you did it. Think of that thing. And then using muscle testing, I showed that he was strong. And so when you stay in your successes, in your mind and in your thoughts, you strengthen your entire being. You strengthen your physical body by staying in your success moments. When you go to your failure moments, you weaken your body, you weaken your immunity, you weaken everything. And so stay in your power, stay in your strength spaces. So take stock of your last month, take stock of all of your accomplishments, and shucks, I don't know, write them down and stick them on the wall so you remember your accomplishments. Yep, stay in your success moments, because in your success, you already know how you felt when you did it, how you felt when you crossed that stage, when you graduated, how you felt when you was getting married. Shucks, when you get married and you got 300 people in the room and you didn't pay for the room, you ought to be excited that you paid for all those people to be in the room for whatever you have done. Whatever the success moments are, stand in those, hold on to those, and just know that we are always, as Dr. Loretta says, in the right place at the right time with the right people doing the right thing for the right reason. Always, it's in divine order. So have an amazing rest of your day today. You guys, I'm so grateful for all of you holding down this space to allow me to pour into myself. You know, sometimes it's very important to take the time to fill your cup. You can't preach and teach about not serving and not giving from an empty cup, and then you go right ahead and do the same thing. So if you're going to talk it, you got to walk it. So thank you for allowing me to walk it as much as I talk it. So have an amazing rest of your day today, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.